everyone, it's Kev here from TDN. Just want to go through this long-awaited review of this double D hanger. This is from Ramiro in Chicago, and guys, this thing is absolutely amazing. Those of you who've worked on mini roofs and any cars with frameless windows, doing hail damage on roofs, you know, absolute headache. This combats that problem. Very, very well thought out and engineered piece of equipment this is. So it comes as two hangers, and then we have the central bar in the middle, this bar here. And what this does, this just slots in and then lays down to whatever height you're looking for. Okay, so we pop that one in there, hang this up on the middle one. All right. Now, what's great about this, those of you guys that have been working with frame pullers, you'll have seen this before. The only thing I'm going to say that I would change on this if I was using it, I would just make sure we have some Tessa tape or something just in these jaws. When you're biting in against the paint, it will sort of eat into the paint a touch. It's going to be behind the rubber, but just to stop that happening, you know, just put some Tessa tape around there just to keep the paint intact. So what we're going to do, so if you imagine the seam of the panel sits here, you're going to put this over the seam, and we're just going to do this up, just till it starts to bite. Now the jaws on these, I don't know if you can see on the video, the jaws are facing down, they're angled down, so the whole time the more weight you put on this, basically the harder these jaws are going to bite together. And the reason for that, let's do this up a touch, you'll see here. Okay, so you can see this on the hanger here, it's cut in a V groove. So the more force you exert on this, the harder it's going to force these together, the more pressure it's going to put on these jaws. Okay, so there is no time. I mean, we had, I've seen a video Ramiro's had, it was a considerable amount of weight hanging from the back of a vehicle. We were just hanging, you know, you call them plates, as you can see I'm not a weightlifter, but yeah, it was just hanging these big plates on the back, and we had like 3 or 4 on them, and this thing was just hanging up the whole time. Excellent. So, you know, we've been patiently waiting to get them in stock. They've come through now, beautifully engineered, you know, really well machined. Coin the phrase, you know, Ramiro's knocked it out of the park on this one. Little American phrase here there, but no, absolutely fantastic. So any of you working on frameless windows, or even onto, as I've used this one, you know, on the back of rear quarters sometimes when you're trying to hang in there, just being able to clamp this up on the top, it's got so many uses. There is, I believe, a larger bar being produced for it, or it may well have been produced, but we'll try and get that as well. And I believe it to be double the length of this one. So look out on any future product releases, and we'll notify you on that one. But this is the double D hanger, fantastic tool.
Please visit www.tdntools.com, or why not subscribe to our YouTube channel to see many more reviews like this of latest tools.